Greetings, my fellow warriors. So, now we have something interesting, and it started by kind of accidental discovery, and it was like on a Fannie Mae. We saw that it was like a large transaction of 2 million shares at once, and it didn't move the price. So, first assumption was that it is a big trade, but it wasn't. Then it was like a limit order, but it wasn't. Again, it didn't move the price, so it's hard to see. So let's check what is going on. So we have this here. Just a second. FNMA. So if we look at the 5 days period at the volume, what we'll see? We'll see the spikes. Come on, 5 days volume. We'll see the spikes like 2 million, 1 million, and somebody will say it's a big sale. First, if it is big sale, is here we would see big jump or fell down in the stock, and it was nothing. There's no spike. But if we magnify that, first, second, we'll be able to check at the ticker at the time we see this million and million shares executed at once in a one lot. But that is second stuff. So it was one lot. If it was like big sale at once, we would see a big decline or big up. Like if it was like really somebody bought a lot. And if we look at the different perspective, you see this is the volume. Um, this is the volume of that 1 or 2 million, and you see, it didn't move the price. It looked like okay. At this point of time, it looked like it fell down, but this is one third of the daily volume. If it was like executed at once, that let's say million or 2 million shares, 30% of the volume, it wouldn't be decrease as this. So it would be like much bigger decrease. Here we can see smaller volume, like up to here, maybe 100,000. And you see the decrease. See the decrease on a small volume. Can you imagine what would be decrease if this was on really a transaction? So because of that, we can think it is actually a transfer, because on a small volume, sell, bang, look at this small volume here, this is the decrease, buying from here to there, that is increase again on a small volume. Can you imagine if it was a real sale or buy, how much for this amount, how much this would move? Like would move like a lot, a lot. I mean, like 20% for if it is in one transaction, but it didn't. Why? Because it's transfer. And as we see here, it was in one lot. One lot would be a lot. A lot. One lot would be a lot. But that is one story. We see that on a 5 days in FNMA, Fannie Mae, FNMA, and we see the transaction, the big one, 2 million, 1 million transaction. That was like 3 million. But it's not only in them. Look at FMCC. Also, let's go on a 5 days. And we have Friday, and that was also on Friday. It was like 2 million, 1 million on Tuesday, and 1 million on Monday. So they had like 2 million, 2 million, 1 million. So it is again transfer. Third, look at the at preferred shares. That was like very interesting to me, because I don't like preferred shares, and I thought it will stay on a over the counter. So average sale. Look, this is the average sale, and bank 400,000, and here 100,000 and 400. So 500,000 on a Tuesday they transfer. But that's not the only the share that is. Uh, Look at the second junior preferred share. volume big, and average volume is low. But let's look at that. And also, if you take a look, let's see, 5 days volume. So they have the volume of 600,000, and somebody took and moved million and a half and million. And look at that point. So it's Tuesday. They moved million and a half shares. They transfer million shares. And what the price done? What the price done? Oh, it's price. What the price done? Nothing. Nothing. Because it is transfer. Let's look another ticker. FNMAT. It is another ticker for the. We can try with. I think that all of them have the that kind of transfer. So let's go 5 days volume. So average move is 84,000, but look, they're moving 10,000. It is not. Oh, it's one day. Let's go on a 5 day. I can bet the day is like more than 200,000. Come on. So there is like I will see. So what does it mean? So I asked Grok, and in case that company goes and want to become a public company and go into IPO, they need to transfer the shares into DTC. And once shares they hit DTC, then after that the IPO will be 5 to 10 business days, and they must transfer share into DTC. And let's see if did it this. Okay, 5 days and volume. Look, the volume 380,000 Thursday, and average was 84,000. And if you look, did it move the price? No, it didn't move the price for nothing. And the volume was like in a 5 days volume in a second, and it didn't move the price. Why? Because it's transfer, it's not a sale. What does it mean? That is happening. So I posted that, and one of our guys, you can find him, Billion Activism Fund, and Stop the Steal F2 is his sticker. So you can. It would be good to follow him. The guy is really knowledgeable, little bit overextending, but it is good info. And yeah, so here also 2 million in one transaction. And so what is going on? He said something like this, but I will try to explain in simpler way, because he's so started 2 3 days ago. A comment I made on 2 million each of Fannie Mae and FCC transfer from custodial vault to prime brokerage legacy DTC account, prepping in a similar way to Robinhood, enabling trading early upcoming risk management. So what is going on? The New York Stock Exchange require that when you start to trade and when the stocks start to trade, to be on a legacy DTC. And currently those shares, because they're OTC, they're in a custodial vault. And so the brokerage, they can move them from the vault into DTC before IPO. So I asked and talked with the Grok, and they said brokerage needs 1 to 2 weeks before an IPO to transfer your shares or any other shares that are like they go into DTC. I ask like in case that I have the company and it goes into a public, so that's why it says my shares. So brokerage needs 1 or 2 weeks before IPO to transfer shares into DTC. Once your shares are in hit DTC, expect the IPO within 5 to 10 trading days after that. And basically, that's the big news. And what is also 5 to 10 trading days are around July the 4th. So we can expect that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are traded around July 4th and to uplist them. based on this transfer. So we have like FNMAT bank, enormous like uh, 5 day average volume in a second that he didn't move the price. FMCC the same, FNMA the same. But let's try some other stock. What we can even, I said like okay, FNMAO. I didn't even try this one, but let's discover together. So be with me. Okay, okay, the small volume, but let's see. 5 days. Huh? Hey, it's a lot for them. Yeah, this one is not transferred, but maybe they will not. Like there is a lot of series, and it is possible that they will not be transferred all, and that all of them have the future, especially those with a smaller volume. It doesn't matter. The whole idea is that the most important one, FNMA, FMCC, FNMAS, FNMAT, FMCK, KCJ, what is FN? This one, it has the big volume, like enormous volume, and no price movement as we saw in this picture. So look, like 30% of daily volume in a second that he didn't move the price at all. This is like normal movement. And this small volume here, it moves the price. So it's not the buy and sell, it is a transfer. Why it is a transfer? Let me repeat again. Because it's needed. Where is the here? Here. Because it is needed to move from custodial vault to prime brokerage like DCT is preparing for from New York Stock Exchange, and that means that we are good. So everything is preparing for the big deal. So my friends, it is really time. So if you're on a board, we are ready to go. If you're jump over the ship, try to go back in because the it is really happening. It's never as this never happened before. Just take a look again. Just the time I'm not like so the price. If it is like 2 million, 30% in a one transaction, you would see spike. Like an up or down. If it look, so it's here. So this is around here, and what was the price? Didn't move at all. What to tell more? Stay well, stay healthy. It is new interesting times is ahead of us.